Let me tell you this, and I'll say it only once. You can't make someone like you if they aren't already interested. No amount of charm, flattery, or attention will change the way her subconscious mind is wired. And yet, countless men waste months, sometimes years, chasing women who aren't even considering them. The reality is simple. Women are constantly scanning, evaluating, and testing the men around them. Their minds are finely tuned instruments wired to detect signals of interest and disinterest faster than you can even realize. If a woman isn't interested, she won't just ignore you silently. She'll reveal subtle but powerful clues through her words, actions, and even body language. The problem is that most men are blind to these signals. They overthink, misread, or convince themselves it's something else entirely. That's why understanding female psychology isn't just helpful, it's essential. It's the difference between wasting your time and protecting your self-respect. In this video, we're breaking down 7 clear signs a woman isn't interested. By the end of this, you'll stop guessing, stop overanalyzing, and start seeing the truth, even when it's uncomfortable. The 7 signals of disinterest. We've established the non-negotiable truth. Attraction is not negotiable. It's a biological and psychological response. Trying to charm or persuade a woman who isn't subconsciously interested is the fastest way to drain your energy and dignity. Now, we're going to expose the exact signals her subconscious mind is sending you. 1. She rarely initiates contact. This is the most obvious, yet most overlooked, sign a woman isn't interested. Simply put, she doesn't reach out. No texting first, no calling first, no sliding into your DMs with a casual link or a meme. She just waits for you to carry the weight. And this silence isn't because she's busy or mysterious. It's because her subconscious mind isn't sending signals of attraction toward you. Here's the psychology behind it. Human beings are wired to invest energy only in what they value. When someone is genuinely interested, they'll find reasons to engage, even subtly. A woman who likes you will send messages, ask questions, or make small gestures to maintain a connection. If none of that happens, it's not shyness or playing hard to get. It's disinterest. You might try to rationalize it. She's busy. She's just letting me lead. Maybe she's stressed. But here's the brutal truth. You're giving mental energy to someone whose brain has already made a decision about you. And the longer you chase that energy, the more you undervalue your own. The key here is awareness. Notice patterns, not exceptions. One quiet day doesn't matter. But a consistent lack of initiation is a clear signal. The moment you recognize it, you can stop wasting time, stop overthinking, and redirect your energy toward people who actually want to be in your life. A healthy approach is to respect her signals, not ignore them. Because ignoring reality doesn't make someone like you. It just makes you lose your dignity while waiting for a response that may never come. 2. Her responses are short and disengaged. Another clear indicator is the quality of her communication. If her responses are consistently short, one-word answers, lol, or vague comments, it's not a coincidence. Her brain is sending a signal. She's not emotionally invested in the conversation. Here's the psychology behind it. When someone is genuinely intrigued or attracted, their subconscious mind actively engages. They mirror energy, ask questions, and create small openings to keep the interaction alive. When a woman consistently responds with minimal effort, it's her mind signaling disinterest without saying it outright. Many men make the mistake of overcompensating here. They ask more questions, tell longer stories, or try to inject humor to wake up her interest. But the reality is brutal. No amount of energy you put in can force her subconscious to feel attraction. Attraction is not a debate. It's a biological response, not a reward for your persistence. Imagine texting a friend who's clearly distracted. You notice their tone is flat, their replies lag, and they never ask you anything back. You don't invent excuses for them. You acknowledge the energy they give. The same principle applies here. The key takeaway is to recognize disengagement as a protective signal for yourself. It prevents wasted time and emotional energy. If she's consistently putting in minimal effort, it's a warning to step back, recalibrate, and focus on connections that are reciprocal. Short, Disengaged responses aren't just rude. They're her mind telling you what words won't, she's not interested. 3. She avoids spending time alone with you. This is one of the most telling signs of all. If she consistently avoids one-on-one situations, preferring groups, public spaces, or busy schedules, it's a subconscious signal. She doesn't want the intimacy that comes from being alone with you. Here's the psychology behind it. Attraction drives the desire for closeness and proximity. When someone is genuinely drawn to you, they find ways to create private moments, even subtly. Avoidance, on the other hand, isn't always conscious. It's a protective mechanism. Her brain is telling her, I'm not invested in this, so don't create situations where I have to engage deeply. Imagine you invite her to grab coffee. She consistently says she's busy or redirects to group events with friends. Sometimes she promises to make it work later, but those plans never materialize. Meanwhile, she has no problem going out with others or socializing in other contexts. That pattern is not coincidence. It's the mind showing disinterest without confrontation. Many men mistake avoidance for playing hard to get. But the truth is, stark attraction cannot be forced. No charm, no persistence, no clever strategy will make someone want private time if her subconscious is already closed. The key takeaway: notice the pattern over time, not isolated events. Consistent avoidance is a strong warning sign. Recognizing this allows you to protect your emotional energy and redirect it toward people who actively seek your presence. If she avoids spending time alone with you, it's not a rejection of your character. It's her mind speaking clearly. Listen to that signal. 4. There's no progress or growth. Relationships, even in their earliest stages, are meant to move forward. The pace varies, but there's always a sense of growth, deeper conversations, subtle intimacy, or glimpses into her world. When that growth is missing, when everything feels stalled in place, it's a sign you may not be the priority. Think about the pattern. You talk, you text, you go out occasionally, but weeks pass and nothing changes. You're not meeting her friends. You're not invited into her routine. You're locked in a holding pattern, circling the same airspace. Here's the psychological truth. When a woman sees you as someone she wants long-term, she starts weaving you into her reality. She'll share more about her future, introduce you to her inner circle, and let you in on parts of her life she doesn't share with just anyone. If none of that is happening after weeks or months, she's keeping you as an option. A man can waste enormous amounts of energy here, thinking if he just tries harder, things will change. But they won't, because progress isn't something you can force. It's something she must want with you. If she's not actively moving the connection forward, she's not seeing you in her future. She's simply maintaining the status quo, which benefits her convenience while costing you time. 5. She's easily distracted around you. One of the most revealing signs a woman isn't interested is how easily her attention drifts when she's with you. If she's constantly checking her phone, scanning the room, or focusing on anything other than the conversation, her subconscious is telling her brain, this interaction isn't a priority. Here's the psychology behind it. When someone is genuinely attracted, their brain prioritizes focus on you. They maintain eye contact and actively engage. Distraction isn't just rude, it's a signal. It communicates low investment. Imagine you're telling a story, and she keeps glancing at her phone, scrolling, or laughing at something else entirely. You might convince yourself she's just multitasking, but the repeated pattern tells a different story. Her mind is elsewhere because she isn't invested in this moment with you. Attention is currency, and if she's not spending her attention on you, it's because her mind hasn't prioritized you. No amount of charm or persistence can make someone value your presence if their mind isn't already tuned in. Recognizing this early protects your dignity and emotional investment. 6. She's emotionally unavailable. She may respond politely, laugh at your jokes, or engage superficially, but she avoids deeper conversations, personal disclosures, or moments of vulnerability. Her mind is sending a clear signal. She's not willing to invest emotionally. Here's the psychology behind it. Attraction is more than physical, it's emotional. People who are genuinely drawn to someone will share glimpses of themselves and create genuine connection. Emotional unavailability, on the other hand, is a protective mechanism. Her brain keeps her at a distance because she's not fully invested or intrigued. Many men mistake friendliness or politeness for interest. They think that if she flirts lightly or engages socially, she must be interested. But surface-level interactions don't equate to emotional engagement. If she consistently keeps conversation superficial, avoids personal topics, or shuts down when you attempt deeper connection, it's a signal you shouldn't ignore. Emotional availability is a non-negotiable factor in attraction. 7. She shows interest in others while around you. One of the most telling signs a woman isn't interested in you is how she directs her attention toward other men when you're present. If she's complimenting, flirting, or laughing with someone else while you're in the room, it's not a coincidence. Her subconscious is revealing where her interest truly lies. Here's the psychology behind it. Attraction is selective and subconscious. When someone is drawn to you, their attention naturally focuses on you. Conversely, if her attention is elsewhere, it's a strong signal that your presence doesn't trigger that instinctive pull. You might try to rationalize it, she's just being friendly. But repeated patterns like this are rarely harmless. Her mind is subtly signaling attraction elsewhere, not toward you. Many men make the mistake of competing or trying to outshine the other person. But attraction isn't a contest. No amount of effort can override the subconscious wiring of interest. Recognizing this prevents wasted energy and emotional investment. The strategic shift reclaiming your dignity. Too many of you waste your time chasing women who aren't even interested. You text, you compliment, you bend over backward for approval, and all the while her mind has already made a decision about you. This isn't about being nice, it's about biology, psychology, and emotional signals that you either notice or ignore. A controversial statement, but here it is. Being overly eager or desperate is the fastest way to make a woman lose interest. Many men think effort equals attraction. But in reality, effort without mutual interest is invisible and sometimes even repelling. Stop pretending that charm or persistence can fix a lack of subconscious attraction. My advice is simple, direct, and rooted in self-respect. 1. Learn to read the signals. This video has given you the map. Your job is to observe without emotion and acknowledge the reality of the patterns you see. The confusion you feel is just the price of ignoring the obvious. 2. Respect the signals. If she's not showing interest, don't beg or rationalize it. Don't try to win her over. Respect her subconscious decision by matching her level of investment. 0 effort from her should mean 0 effort from you. 3. Redirect your focus. This is the most powerful step. Protect your emotional energy and redirect it toward people who are genuinely drawn to you. Confidence isn't arrogance. It's knowing your value and acting accordingly. By applying this strategic shift, you stop being the man begging for attention, and you start becoming the man who recognizes his value and refuses to settle for less. And that posture is what truly attracts the right kind of woman. You've now seen the 7 non-negotiable signs of disinterest. She rarely initiates. Her responses are short. She avoids being alone with you. There's no progress. She's easily distracted. She's emotionally unavailable. And she focuses on other men while you're right there. Each of these signals tells one story. Her subconscious mind hasn't chosen you. Here is the ultimate takeaway for the Stoic man: attraction cannot be forced. And effort without mutual interest is a direct assault on your self-respect. Stop being the man who chases. Stop trying to argue her into liking you. Your job is not to convince her, but to observe, acknowledge, and redirect. Protect your time, your dignity, and your emotional energy. The strongest men are not the ones who win every woman's approval. They are the ones who choose themselves first, and they walk away from anyone who fails to see their value. If this video gave you the clarity you needed, hit the subscribe button right now. Share this with a brother who's stuck in the overthinking trap. And remember, applied knowledge is power. Use this truth